Dr. Trailer in the building.
Keep watching 101 with Odarteygh.
No be you that give me to make a chop, yeah. No be you that give me place make a bed, yeah. No be you that...
Hello lovely viewers, welcome to another exciting episode of 101 Odarteygh. And right here on 101 Odarteygh, you know how we do it. If today is your first time watching this show, kindly do me a favor by subscribing to this channel to catch subsequent episode of 101 Odarteygh. Today having me another exciting media personality. When it comes to comedy, he's one of the big names in the comedy industry. Before we go straight into this interview, this show is probably brought to you by Tampa Sneakers, a dog restaurant, Starstruck Beauty, and Chance Bar. Alright, Waris, so welcome to 101 Odarteygh.
Thank you very much, boss.
So how's the journey been so far?
The journey I have is, you see, it's time wasting because I pick car from La Paz, and then from La Paz I pick another car at Sakumono.
I mean your journey as a comedian.
My journey as a comedian. That's okay, man.
Oh my goodness.
Man, so far so good. It's like NPP, you know. They always say so far so good, so far so bad. They are dying, you know. So we just did so far so good. By God's grace, whatever I plan to achieve within the shortest possible time, I've been able to achieve. And then I think by the end of the year, I also plan another things that I want to achieve to next year to come. Then I'll see how it will go. But you know, it's been tough. Like, I mean, trying to move up when you are nobody and then you want to be somebody. It's actually tough. Like shows, going for shows, getting in your trust key to go to show, and then going to share flyers. You go and then the MCs will be like Montrain, by from 2 minutes. You want to friend say no, comedian Waris. When I friend crypto, okay, crypto, you are going, okay. So ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome comedian Waris. Why is that crypto? Yeah, actually some tough journey.
Okay. So talking about it being tough.
Yeah.
What has been the motivation? Because if something is tough, I mean, rational human being will relax.
Actually,
so what motivates
my greatest motivation is the money. You know, there's small money, and the money I see I see in future that I will get. Yes, because I remember one time DKB took me to a show right after Rapaholic last year, and then he had a show in the morning to go and play. The money took almost like 20k. In the afternoon, 15 minutes again, he went to take like 20k. Another in the evening, he took like 16k, and I was like, wow. I was holding the money. I was like, hey, Charlie, why won't I be a comedian? If somebody is taking this kind of money,
that's right.
You actually have to. You see, when you get a passion, and then you see what you get in future, instead of what you get now, or what you are struggling to get something right now, and then you are not getting it. And then you feel like, oh, the passion is so down, let me just leave it and do some other thing. The motivation has been God, and then what you see in future. Okay.
So now let's talk about challenges.
Yeah.
I mean, as a comedian, I believe there are so many challenges. Just share with me 3 challenges that you face on the regular, or I mean, in your line of work.
It's financial. Financially, the first one is financial. Challenge. You really need funds to become who you want to be. If you are up and coming and then you don't have the money, you can't do anything. That is it. You can't even, you need money to buy bundle to even get online to do something. So the first challenge that I actually faced in my journey when I was trying to be a comedian is money. There's no money. And then 2 is after a while, I got a little bit attention, but the media isn't helping.
Media?
Yeah. Okay. The media is the next thing that can you imagine you would have a whole lot of concepts and a whole lot of things that you want to put on the market as a comedian for people to buy you, for people to actually recognize you. But there are people that they don't actually have anything, any content, but because of some silly breakthroughs, they are being given the opportunities to. But when immediately you call that you want to come on a show, they are like, oh, they have for next 2 weeks. It means next year. You see, so this if media is able to give us that attention, that, oh, there are this number of stand-up comedians in Ghana, and then they do or they perform this show and then people blog it. We actually have to pay some kind of due. You see, first of all, I always blame us, Ghanaian comedians, because if we have a comedy industry, we would survive just anything in a way. Okay, imagine you have a comedy industry where the industry has listed names of comedians, stand-up comedians that they have, and then every media house.
Is there an industry? Is it functional?
There is no industry, but unless you believe yourself as an industry, you never move forward.
So you are the industry.
Yes. So you are your own industry until Ghanaians come together and they are like, okay, this is the industry. This is DKB being president, Foster Emmanuel is vice president, KSM being the chief thing. So you see, if we are able to get all these things, I think there will be like 90% of Ghanaian comedians' problems will be solved in Ghana. We won't have any problem, because just imagine we have an industry where, let's say, KSM is the head or whatever, and then we have a problem. No comedian would have that right to go on social media to go and write a whole lot of lecture notes about whatever he is feeling. But you actually have to go through some procedures. Okay, so we have a meeting. The secretary talks to you. Okay, we have to meet KSM. We address it. We call the necessary people. We finish it.
Okay.
So I think the first one is financial. Second one is our media. Third one is the industry.
Okay, so let's move away from, comedy.
Yeah.
Let's zoom into educational background.
Yeah.
Just give me a brief history.
Well, for educational background, I'm not that like school type. Like I didn't actually like school. First of all, I went to Kingsway 3, somewhere around Carnation. One of the schools that they used to say there, Kingsway Chobi. We actually attended Odarteygh Senior High. After that, I got a scholarship to go to Accra Poly. It was two schools, Accra Poly and then KNUST. It wasn't because of studies, because they did.
I get it. Yeah. So wait, talking about Usa, I want you to share with me 3 experiences way back high school that you never like. Some memories with Charlie. Any day, anytime, and call you and say, Charlie.
Alright.
Waris, share with me this. You just.
Well, when I was in school, I was a very, very stubborn guy. Very, very stubborn.
I can see.
And then I was one of the fastest athletes in the whole school. So people will be like, yeah, champion Waris. Yeah. So, but then I started reading from Form 1. That is the issue. Okay. I was going for 4 years. And then the school's athlete was messing up, and then they were like, okay, since they are new athletes, let's try them. The one who wins, he becomes the school's athlete. Yeah. So that was how come we were all called to the field, and then he was there, this one was there. They were like, let's race. They try. This guy couldn't win me. From Form 1 to Form 4, reigning champion.
Wow.
So 100 meters.
Wow.
I was a great athlete. So but Charlie, I've stopped because last time I went for a marathon, I remember my mom had to hire a separate ambulance for me. They have to write Waris only.
Okay, second memory.
Well, second memory was in one time we were supposed to go to church, and then I have a friend called Costello and Bedman. They are the laziest people in the dormitory, so they actually don't go anywhere. So I took permission. I was sick. I didn't go to church. I was in bed, not knowing the whole boarding house. A lot of people did not go to church. So the teacher asked, the mistress asked them to the church to come to the dormitory and come and look for all of us and beat us and bring us to the church. And it's a mixed school. If you are there and then you are wearing boxers, you go to the church. If you are wearing, so me, I was fortunate because I took permission. And then I was lying in bed, and all of a sudden my friends, Costello and Bedman, they decided to join me in the dormitory. They say, Charlie Bado, the Bedman guy is too lazy to the extent that, did you open on run himself? No, I didn't say, I say, Massa, that take me. Now, Costello will say, Massa, that yet take. So these guys decided to be in the dormitory with me. So we were there, and then we had teachers coming. People were running. People were running the dormitory. Yeah, so we were in the dormitory and then we were locked. So they opened the dormitory door. One, why did you go to check? Shoo, go, don't dress, go. Open them 2. Shoo, we were in door 5. Charlie, yes, they pay we. They come last week. They opened door 5 and they were like, the prefect was like, oh, we Oyare. So he was about to leave and then he saw over here that 2 guys were under the bed and he was like, hey, sir, blah, chef. Instead of them to come out, they didn't come out. They were still there. Then he took stick. He hit, the guy was still there. On the door. Or born and surgery. Or 2 the other for so you know at Panasi. No, chin. So the sickness punishment.
I get it.
Third memory be someday we disobey Form 4. We disobey all the teachers to the sense say now the teachers they call police make they can't sack you make you go school. Yes.
That's a serious issue.
I tell you, we did that when the teacher come. We say make we go to school. We say we won't go. You know go see we dumb they talk. So we did downstairs. I said come out and go to school. We won't go. The policeman thought he's superior. So he was there and then he shouted, hey! I said, all of you, come out! One guy was behind the dormitory and then he shouted, we won't go! And then he said, who is that? And then the guy shouted again, your father! That was it. Well, you know, there were a whole lot of experiences. Like, you know, medical was my junior way back when we were in school.
That's good.
It was 2-step junior. Okay. We've had medical is, let me say, is one guy who is very, very strong. Why? Because way back in school, they flip wall to go and record tracks and all that.
Wow.
And then we cut them, we beat them, we take their
pen. Medical.
Oh, bro. Me, I beat them. Hey. Now, the first sad say I beat them.
Let's come back to the comedy industry.
Yeah.
The industry.
Yeah.
Do you think, are the prospects good? Is there any future for the comedy industry? Because when you compare Ghana to Nigeria, you could see some kind of vast difference.
Yeah.
And we always say we are getting there. What is your take on the Ghanaian comedy industry?
Well, we are actually getting the Ghanaian comedy industry. Comedians are very good. Every comedian, Lexi, Putogo, Chemical, Obi, I mean DK.
So why are they not getting the necessary attention?
But it is our audience who find it very, very difficult to embrace us.
Really?
One, our audience, no, you could go to share flyer and then you get there, you give the person flyer, the person looks at it and the person is like, and then you are like comedy show and the person is like comedy show. Oh, now send me to me at if you cry, I'm a master.
Okay.
You see, it's discouraging though.
Yeah.
But 2, if you imagine somebody tells you that then that person can actually make himself happy
yeah.
when he is sad. Yeah. He can make himself, I mean, you can masturbate yourself and feel okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we are not putting troubles, like we are not shaking tables or any other thing. But sometimes when we bring up shows, we print out flyers, we wear t-shirts, we pay transport, we come to your end where we will get you and then we give you flyer and then you tell us sad things. It means that almost like 70% of Ghanaians are refusing to understand that there is something like stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
Instead of they just love the drumstick. Look, Ghana comedy, if we would move forward, it is our audience.
Okay.
If we actually have 50% of Ghanaian audience embracing Ghana comedy, there won't be any small show in Ghana.
Okay. Right.
You see? So I think the main challenges Ghanaians are going through as comedians is our audience.
Okay. All right. So far, how many years have you been doing comedy?
Just 2 years.
2 years. Any awards or nominations?
I've gotten one most influential high school comedian.
Wow.
That is this year, and then I'm still expecting more. I just don't know because you see it's because of the school, but I'm that type who does not actually depend on school, like school. Though I would continue schooling. I think that is when the awards will just flow. But for now, we are looking at corporate awards where it's not getting involved with school. When it's not with school, it's actually different.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
so you've been in the industry for a very long time. You said 2 years, right?
Yeah, 2 years.
So 2 years, you won some awards and stuff. Is there anybody that you look up to in the Ghanaian comedy industry?
Yeah, I'm looking up to a whole lot, like almost all the comedy.
Like, I mean, before you even entered comedy, was there somebody you were looking up to?
Before I entered comedy, this is it. I watched some. I think I used to watch Laugh a Minute and all those things. DKB, Oscar, Foster Romanos, Chemical, and then. But you see, I wasn't. My mind didn't come on it that Waris, this is what you'll be doing. But I just watched for fun, and I realized one thing. Anytime I watch anybody's skit or video, anybody's performance, I get a different set of jokes from their performance.
Wow.
Because I feel like, I feel like, no, you shouldn't have said it this way, you should have said it this way.
Okay.
And that one would be perfect.
Yeah.
So, let me tell you how I became a comedian.
Okay.
It's just like a calling. I stopped radio and TV, and I decided to join freelance radio and TV, so I would just work anywhere.
Okay.
And then I got a notification that DKB is doing auditioning.
Okay.
So I decided to actually go and then do for sound. So when I got there was this lady called Tilly. She saw me and then she was like, "Hey, you have come here." So she was joking with me. She wrote my name as a sound engineer. Then later on it came that my name was written as a comedian.
Wow.
So I had no option than to go. And fortunately, after going inside, when they came outside, they were like, "Oh, the sound engineers and the camera guys, they picked them. They should come next year."
Okay.
So I realized that after picking me, they didn't audition anybody again.
Yeah.
And then the next day, it was in graphic that, oh, Waris. So I had to make up my mind. And then my mom is another person that motivated me to do comedy because she's always sad. We've been through a whole lot of things.
Wow.
We've actually, when our dad died, we had a stepfather. The stepfather, we had to sack him. Because yes, we have to sack him because he was being some way with mom. He didn't know where we were coming from, and then he was behaving anyhow.
All right, sure. So if Waris is not doing comedy, what other things will Waris be doing?
Would have been actually a blogger or a radio or a TV presenter. Yes, that was another dream. I was venturing into a whole lot of things. That was sound.
So can't you do it all alongside the comedy, or comedy is demanding?
Well, what I'm feeling is that comedy needs 100% attention.
Okay.
It still pays when you are this upcoming, and then you are going for shows and you are taking at least TNT 200 cedis. Okay, because somebody works for 30 minutes or a day takes 3 cedis.
That's true.
Okay, so it all depends on how content you are and then how you can manage your money. Okay, so I think as I move on, sound engineering and then the radio presenting and all would come through because I still have link to all my bosses that I've worked with.
That's good.
Yeah,
so I want you to share with me.
I've worked with Uncle's the Ago TV, the CEO, the one managing the place right now. I've worked with Rainbow right now, the one managing it.
Okay.
He's a sound engineer, Nana Gazo.
Okay.
He's my boss. I work with Top FM, the chief sound engineer, Sadiq.
Wow. Then Charlie, you have some links in the
I've worked with, and one person I like to throw light on, the person I've worked with that I feel he's been neglected so far in the industry, Apostle Marcos Danson. Wow. He's the first person to ever bring up Key Soup concert party.
Wow.
Yes,
this is very true. I've not even been hearing of him.
Yeah. He's not dead. He's around. He's very, very old and he's very rich, but he's been neglected.
Serious.
Nobody thinks about him, and then he's just there. But he is the main person who started Key Soup concert party. He was the one who trained Beautiful. He was the one who trained Bobo Kala, Santo, Judas.
Okay.
He was the one who trained all of them, and then he is still there.
That's good. So I want you to share with me 3 exciting aspects of your career as a comedian.
I think I have not yet. You see, as I'm working, I'm not as happy as I supposed to be on social media.
All right.
There are few circumstances when you feel you'll be happy and all that, but right now, the interesting aspect as a comedian is maybe you trying to think very far to create something that nobody has ever created, and then you yourself making yourself happy. And one thing that it has trained me so much to know is that I have gotten this talent after learning comedy and trying to get deep into it. I've gotten a best friend, which is my mind. I have a second mind who is very, very it communicates with me. They talk to me every time, and they say jokes. They perform to me and all that.
That's good.
So I'm glad, as I saw into what I wanted to do, my mind was able to help me to actually understand.
Okay. I hope you're a movie fanatic.
Yeah, bad.
I want you to share with me, or just tell me your 3 top movies. It can be a series.
Right now, international.
Yeah, it can be local, international. Your favorite is your favorite.
Well, series
or movie. It can blend.
All right, so it should for now. I'm looking at hashtag. There's a movie called hashtag.
I think it was premiered yesterday.
Yeah, I watched it and then I was.
So hashtag number 1.
Hashtag is number 1, and then Melon. I've been watching Melon over and over again, and there is another movie called Veer. It's an Indian movie.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very, very nice.
I hope you're a music lover too.
Yeah.
So give me your top 3 musicians.
Kwame Eugene.
Kwame Eugene.
Yes, and then Kwame Eugene again.
Why Kwame Eugene again?
Because the guy is dope, man.
The 10th person.
Okay, so after Kwame Eugene, Stone Boy, and then you come to Shatawale.
Okay.
Yeah.
You seem to like Kwame Eugene. Can you give me some freestyle?
Look, you causing confusion. You causing confusion. My baby, forget my India, sir. Sir. Wish me wrong. If they kill me.
Why they kill you?
I swear. See that song they take, I feel the bed. If I hear they play for Trotro, I feel they sing. I'm like,
Okay.
The guy has talent.
So right now, media. So it can be radio or TV.
Yeah.
Give me your top 3 media personalities.
Or KMJ. And Yausechi. Then I come to Nanaba.
Good. I want you to act like one of them. I want you to act like one of them.
Well, I don't know.
No, they're your favorite. You chose them. I didn't choose them for you, so the acting aspect. I don't actually study them that much. I like to listen to them. You can speak like them.
So I'll just choose Baba Spirit.
Baba Spirit, okay, so act like Baba Spirit.
Now what's it then? What's the 50 petwas? 50 petwas. I tell you, man, plenty things. I don't, see. I have a lot of things on mind.
Don't worry.
Yeah, so
okay, so Waris, as black as
Okokobioko.
As
black as Kiwi.
As brave as
Nanado.
Why you never give me the answer I want?
As brave as Nanado.
As cold as
our economy.
Why are you skipping it?
No.
The answer.
Okay, you as fast as
a lion.
Now I get them because everything they on the
country. How you wrong?
So as brave as a lion.
That's good. So you knew that you were just.
No, I just like the people. You see, I like to create things out of the people we live around.
That's good.
Because our economy is actually very cold.
Yeah.
Nanado is very brave. He fires everybody. Yes, and then
Alright, so comedian 100% Ghanaian, right? Comedian.
Yeah, I'm 100% Ghanaian.
Okay, so then I want to recite the national pledge.
Well,
do Mother Ghana proud. Do your fans proud.
The pledge.
Yeah, the national pledge.
I promise on my honor.
I promise on my honor.
God bless our homeland.
I promise on my
because the two, they are like twins. They're
really like twins.
Okay, so
I promise on my honor.
That one.
Yeah.
Yes.
To be faithful and loyal to Ghana, my motherland.
So I promise on my honor to be faithful and loyal to. No, why should I be faithful to Ghana? Okay, so I promise on my honor to be faithful and loyal to my motherland, Ghana. I pledge myself to the service of Ghana with all my strength and with all my heart.
Yeah.
I promise to hold in high esteem our heritage won for us through the blood and toil of our fathers.
Yeah.
And I pledge
myself
with
all things
to uphold and defend the good name of Ghana. So help me God. No, but Ghana, we get problems. Electricity, transport. No, what anthem? You could do my reciting. Yeah, Bremo. Yeah, bro. I know they recite them, so I forget them.
They recite them. It be so. Okay, so I mean, where do you see yourself? I mean, comedian Waris.
Yeah, by next.
We are only 2 years in the industry, and I really do.
I'm actually praying. As of now, whatever I would say, and where I would see myself, in the name of every good spirit that is around here, I just pray that by next 2 years I wouldn't be in Ghana and I'll be abroad. I'll be with Kevin Hart and all of them, performing on all the big platforms in abroad.
So before you go, I want you to drop or give us a very short skit. Now, so your final word. If somebody wants to book Comedian Waris for a program, or if somebody wants to connect with you on social media, just do the necessary.
You know how poor parents actually behave when they are with you. Like rich child, when he commits something and then it's very bad, their parents have a way of actually yelling at him. Yeah. You see, Junior does something, the mother, hey Junior, why did you do that? Hey Junior, you shouldn't have done that. Why did you do that? That's bad. Oh, that's bad. Look, shame on you. But in a Ghanaian way, like a poor person who you do something and then your mother had to yell, hey, you see, that is the kind of life I've been through. So when you are actually booking me and then you are coming with the money, God should let you bring the money, because I need the money badly. I need the money. So please book me. If you don't book me, not book me, because I'm very, very wild. This year I want to buy a car. I'm tired of using trotro.
No problem. Yeah. Okay, so your
social media handles. My name is Comedian Waris on Facebook, Comedian Waris on Instagram, Comedian Waris on Twitter. Yeah, I think that is cool. My account number will be open when you book me. Mad.
Alright, Comedian Waris.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on 1-on-1 today.
God bless you.
I really appreciate it.
Okay, next time when you're coming on 1-on-1, come as a girl. Why would you come 1-on-1?
Yes, I'll come as a female.
Yes.
Okay, viewers, so this has been another exciting episode of 1-on-1 with Odarteygh. And as I said earlier, I mean, my guest for today was Comedian Waris, or is Comedian Waris. And I mean, to catch the next episode of this show, do what to subscribe to this channel. Until you come away next week, it's bye for now.